ladies and gentlemen. Hi, this is Christelle Martinet, and I'm here with a scrying session for the new moon in Virgo, the 10th of September. And I just got the message that I'm here in Rome in 24 hours away, a little under 24 hours away from this this new moon in Virgo. So let's start taking a look. I have this new crystal, this new ball that my nephew gave me when he visited, and I believe it's a form of jasper, but there's so many different colors here that there you could see it that way. It may not be jasper, but something close. I do believe it is jasper. Let's see. We're doing business here, taking care of business and getting everything in order. Those of you who have to move, you will be moving in this period. And if you're not supposed to be moving, or if there has been a glitch in the system, you're going to be preparing. You're going to get your ducks in a row, as they say, and get all of your boxes ready for the big move. There's a lot of excitement. I'm seeing a lot of excitement for all of us, for one reason or another. Of course, not all of us are going to be moving, but there's a lot of excitement in something that's going to be changing. I get the impression that we're enacting change. We're getting to a point where slowly but surely, even if it doesn't mean, or it's not necessary to enact change by literally creating revolutions. I'm seeing this type of change as small, in inverted commas, as going to the corner store, and instead of getting your favorite salad that you always get, I see that it's more like getting a different kind of salad. So let's try to see what this will do. How will this change my day? How will this change my day? I'm going to change hands with my... There, I could see a little bit better. And there are inroads. How can I say? Inroads are places where that are not clear to all eyes, for all eyes to see. The inroads are those back alleyways in some areas of the city, or inroads in a wider context of countryside. There are roads that are not, in my meaning for this session, I'm seeing inroads as being something that are behind the scenes, something that once you take a decision, then you go into those inroads. So we're all in a process of enacting change. It could also be leaving a partner, you know. If it's not a partner, it's someone that you have been seeing fairly regularly for a while, but you say, what am I doing this for? You know, what am I doing that for? Why, let's try to get something different going. You know, you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to wait for the right one, and use the time, the free time to cultivate my interests, you know. So this is a time when it's not that we, you know, cut off all of our branches and things like that. No, it's we are going into a new phase of cultivation. We're trying to see new forms of creativity that are offered to us through simple changes that we make. Again, just like the salad, you try to change the salad for a different salad instead of getting the one that you always get. Another is simply just looking at people and deciding to smile. And you find that people smile back. And it's just a smiley day then. It becomes a smiley day. And it's interesting, this period. It's very, very interesting. In Europe here, I'm doing the scrying session. It's just rounding up to 9 p.m. So that means the new moon will be here tomorrow about 8 p.m. we should see it, 7:30 p.m. I don't know if it will, what time it will be in other areas of the world. You might want to check on that. But this feeling of changing, we have already been feeling this for the last 2 or 3 days. And there's a lot of bouncing back off of people you see, you know. There's a lot of going to friends. You're invited, you sit down, have what we call an aperitivo, a soft drink, some hors d'oeuvres, and you start talking about things that are real, not just silly conversation. You talk about things that are more important to you, more important to you personally, not will I get a new house or what. No, you know what, how I've been feeling lately? I just have this sensation, and it rarely comes to me, things that are emotional in nature. And you share those moments. We share those moments. And it's lovely to see, because it seems that in this period of time, we can link those emotions to actual ideas of moving, actual things that happen on the job, actual choices that are made. Why do I want that different salad on the corner store? Well, because the color red that's in the other salad that I always get reminds me of someone I don't want to think about. So the conversation is held on different levels, but they are one, and you're able to see as we speak to others, we're able to probably even just solve our own problems, because we, not solving it as if we have to have problems, but solving the issues we were thinking about and we couldn't understand a way out, or not seeing the light, But what I'm seeing here is that there are many, many, many opportunities to, like stepping stones, that if one doesn't work, we are seeking, wholeheartedly seeking something that will give us feedback in a positive way. And until we get that, we won't stop. It's as if you go to a shop, okay, and you're thinking, okay, I need a pair of shoes. I need a pair of black shoes because I need it for this place that I have to go to. And you go and you look for the shoes, but you don't find anything black that you like, and instead what you do find is something red, and they speak to you incredibly, and you purchase them on a whim, thinking that these are the shoes that are going to make me happy. So happy feet, you put them on and you have a change of heart. And the choices that we make in this period are quite different. They come from a gut sort of feeling, and they're not motivated from actual needs or pragmatic issues, but nonetheless, we're so driven to enact these changes and to make these choices that it's just a joy to see the way it works. I have my nephew brought this stone for me from the United States. He came in August to see me, and it's very, very heavy. And at the airport, he wanted to give it to me right then and there. And I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, I've got some things here, that are very heavy." And I thought, okay. And then when I saw it, just fell in love with it. It's just gorgeous, because there are this is why I don't think it's jasper. There are areas of the stone that are brilliant. When the light hits it, they are actually brilliant. And it seems that the brilliance comes from not within, but from without, in the sense that it's reflecting. There's points of reflection, and as we speak to others, the energy will be reflected back to us. And it's interesting because I'm hearing ham sandwiches and hors d'oeuvres and shrimp cocktails, as if that has to be on the table in order for us to have some kind of finger food to eat and speak with. I'm not hungry. I just want to pick at these things so then we can chit chat and we'll be happy that we're getting our meal in, and at the same time we're talking kind of interesting underneath the surface things. things. We're saying underneath the, you know, your superficial epidermis, and getting into some really interesting conversation. And boy, that was nice, you know, and then you can take leave of each other and go back to where you came from. It's a lovely moon that gets us to a place of having, yes, our feet on the ground, but in such a way as to share that earth underneath our feet, because it is a moon of earth in Virgo. It gets us to share with people around us things that we would not normally share with others, and expect people to contact you that you haven't heard in a long time. And if they do, they will not expose themselves or overextend themselves, but what they will be doing is to talk about themselves and about their feelings. And if we are not doing the talking, if you are not doing the talking, it may be the case that others will be opening up to you. Lovely. This is absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. And I'm getting here the refraction also from two other stones I have here. One is this apophyllite. And I've always have a difficulty in showing you this because it's so brilliant. But it is a very brilliant. It's sort of geode, and it's so brilliant. And on the other, it's like a triangle here. I have is this fantastic citrine that I got in India. Hello, Shivani, if you're listening in, who was with me when I got this. Absolutely gorgeous. And what's coming out, and if you can see, there's something else here that does not shine of its own light. It like the moon. I call this the moon, but this is a what is it called? I can't. It's just not coming to me right now. But it is a stone that's very, very heavy. It's like an egg. It's very, very heavy, but it speaks in a way that other stones don't speak. It tells you, it almost gives you the impression of being, what is that called, that black stone? Onyx. It almost gives you the impression of being onyx. It's not onyx. There's another, I think it's what it's, I can't remember right now. And what is so interesting about this is that the warmth, it is communicating that there is special warmth that emerges these days, and this session will be just about a week. It can go into and cover the entire week. So from today was the 10th to the 15th, the 16th. It's exactly a time when we all act without fear. That's what I was getting at. There is no fear in how you express yourself, how we all express ourselves, because you feel that there's a network of, an actual net around you and around the people that you interact with, that is a safety type of net, a safety net. And you're not jumping into the void. And I'm now reminded of this movie that came out years ago of the tightrope walker that crossed the twin towers on a tightrope. And there was a movie that came out where he, I believe, starred in it. It's just a vague memory now. But there is this link that I'm seeing here, and it's almost an invisible link between forms that are very, very concrete, very strong, very grounding, and the ephemeral nature, the very, very short-lived nature, the ephemeral nature of our time. You know, our sense of time and our sense of path and our sense of journey. It's very, very ephemeral. And there is this notion we hear often, the soul's journey. Am I on the right path? It's as if things were a road. They're all metaphors for our existence. They're all existential questions and issues. And And what can be more existing than a gem, a stone, a crystal that has crystallized in such a long time. And why I'm saying that is the importance, I'm trying to stress the importance of being able to understand the energy that comes from crystals like this, because they actually they influence the energy that we have. They influence our very mood, the way we then go about doing things, especially the citrine. The citrine is so uplifting. At times I feel like I could touch the sky. It's as if there were the sun in this house, really. This apophyllite is also extremely happy and extremely full of energy, the apophyllite. And the apophyllite is, it's like looking at diamonds. What's interesting here, and this I'll take, it's very, very fragile. I don't know if you could see that. It looks like almost a pancake. It's a lepidolite, and you can see how thin it is, and it's almost transparent. Yeah. And the lepidolite has, it's as if there were 3 or 4 strata of glass or plastic. And there is, yeah, it's unfolding actually. There's some pieces coming apart. Violet colored, purple, light purple, and a cream colored. Now this lepidolite is quite particular for scrying, because what we feel from the lepidolite, well, I feel, of course, we are all different, but what is usually comes to me from this stone is the idea and the nature that there is a part of us that no matter how clear, how pristine the things that are that our eyes see, we still need to believe and understand that it is seen with a sort of filter. We have a filter, and what could that filter be? The filter that I'm mentioning here can be a number of things, and the most important being is the way our predisposition, we can call it our predisposition, our mood, our mental state, the way that is, and it's always seen through a filter. Then the question arises as to how much is the filter influenced by the energy of a new moon, of this new moon in Virgo. And the way I'm feeling it and energized with it is that we are being drawn to a dynamics that is not usual for us. I'm a fairly upbeat person. Okay, I have a fairly positive predisposition. I could burn with rage if something doesn't go my way, but generally, I'm very, very upbeat. For the past 3 days, I have been almost flying because of how. And when I mean upbeat, I don't mean those wild, crazy energy, but I mean the way you interact with people, the way you outwardly, your openness to people, and your willingness to look at what you usually don't see. Look at things that you know are there, but you try to avoid them with your eyes. Actually looking. And what it has brought to me, and what it will also bring all of us in this new moon, is a sense of, those of you who are art buffs, painting buffs, a sense of realism, in photography, especially those of you who like photography or are apt photographers, there's a sense of this black and white realism, you know, and how the eye of the camera captures and focuses in on one specific tone of an instant. And this is what we will be experiencing this entire week because of this beautiful Virgo moon, the new moon, because it's inviting us. Take a walk on the wild side. Take a walk on the wild side, ladies and gentlemen. Come and see. There's not just flowers here that you will be able to sniff. There are many other things, and they are not all bad. So take a walk on the wild side, ladies and gentlemen, for this new moon in Virgo. And this session will tell us and describe the entire week. I hope this was of help to you all, and do have a pleasant week. And I'll be scrying again for the following full moon. Write me your experiences under the video and let me know how things have been going for you for the whole week. Thank you, old subscribers, and welcome to my channel, new subscribers. Like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.